Hey guys, this is Kevin from JazTime.com, and today we'll be doing a comparison between two Rolex watches. First, on my left, we have the Rolex Milgauss, reference number 116400GV. On my right, we have the Datejust II at 41mm, reference number 116300. We'll be going over the price, dial, bezels, case, crown, bracelet, clasp, and a movement towards the end of the video. Okay, so the pricing for the Rolex Milgauss, you can get this at a Rolex retailer for $8,200, or you can get it at JazTime for as low as $6,550. Okay, and as of January 2017, for the Datejust II, you can get this at a Rolex retailer for $7,150, or you can get it at JazTime for as low as $5,600. Okay. So let's go ahead and compare the dials now. So for the dials, obviously we have differences in color. One of the main things I want to point out is the unique characteristic of the Thunderbolt second 10 on the Milgauss here. As you can see as that goes around. Unique characteristic, that orange really complements the color of that blue dial. We also have the Milgauss name in a orange color as well. Okay. Besides that, the Datejust carries the date at the 3 o'clock position with a cyclops on top for easier viewing. So there is no date on the Milgauss, only date on the Datejust. Another main difference is, look at the crystals. As you can see, the one on my left here is green, and the one on my right here is more transparent. So this is the only Rolex to have that nice green colored sapphire crystal instead of the usual transparent sapphire crystal. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, specifically for the differences in the differences for dial colors and different hour marker configurations, the Milgauss doesn't really have too big of a choice. You either can get it in blue or black with orange accented 369 index markers. For the Datejust, you have a wide variety, more variety in colors and index markers hour markers you can choose from. For the index, you can get this dial color in white, silver, blue, or black. You can also have the hour markers in Roman, but for the Roman, you can only have blue or black. While the Arabic is only one choice, you can get the Arabic choice is silver dial with blue Arabic hour markers. Okay, so a little more customization on the Datejust part. Okay, for the bezels, they both pretty much have the same bezel, just a high polished dome bezel, adds nice shine. For the case size, the case size of the Milgauss is only 40 millimeters. That's from my thumb to my index finger here. 40 millimeters in diameter, while the Datejust has a 41 millimeter in diameter case, so only 1 millimeter of difference. Okay, both cases are made out of Rolex's 904L steel, which is an in-house made steel that has a little more durability, a little more shine to it. So for the sides of the case, I just want to show you the profiles here. You can see there, the Milgauss just has a slightly larger, higher profile, while the Datejust has a more flatter profile, as you can see there. Both have a very nice high polish on the side of the case that travels along with the bracelet. Moving on to the other side of the case now. For the other side of the case, we have that same high polish. Actually, the crown on the Milgauss is just a little bit larger than the Datejust, and that's because the Datejust does have a slimmer profile. So that was the only adjustment for that. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on to the bracelets now. So the bracelets, pretty much the same here in this department as well. We have an oyster bracelet. Actually, the only choice is the oyster bracelet. Neither of these watches come in a Jubilee, so oyster is your only choice here. It's a three-piece. Oyster is a three-piece link with satin finish on the outside, outer portion of the links, while the center portion has a high polish. As you can see there, They're pretty much both the same to that regard, all the way down to even the clasp. That clasp is the same as well. It's just a simple folding clasp. As you can see, pops out very nicely, very easily. Has a Rolex name embossed onto the clasp blade itself. Both of these are new to 2016. You can tell by the high polish on the clasp blade, which is only recent to 2016 Rolexes. For the features of the additional features of the clasp, I'm only going to show you on one of these watches. I'm going to show you on the Milgauss. The reason why I'm only showing you on the Milgauss is because both of these watches have the same features. Like I said, same bracelet, same clasp, so it's going to be same feature. It's going to be the easy extension link, or rather the comfort extension link. As you can see there, there's a little hinge right there that can snap in 5mm inwards or 5mm outwards. As you can see it there, 5mm outwards, and then 5mm inwards. Oops, 5mm inwards. It's a nice little feature to have. As you know, as some days are hotter, your wrist will swell up, and so it'll be a little more tight. The watch will be a little more tighter on the wrist, and that allows for a little more comfort on the wrist. And obviously vice versa, if it gets too cold, then you can have a little more breathing space for your wrist. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to the movements now. So for the movements, specifically for the Milgauss, we have the simple oyster case, of course, but we also have on the back of the case, so Rolex Oyster, the crown, and the Milgauss labeled. One thing I want to mention now about the Milgauss is the reason why it's called the Rolex Milgauss is because it protects against 1,000 Gauss. Gauss is the measurement of magnetic flux density. So when with scientists and engineers in mind, as new technologies came out like TVs and such, they needed to protect their watches against these small magnetic fields that could disrupt the balance wheel or the hairspring, which could cause a watch to actually run slower or a bit faster than normal. So this watch protects against that. Besides that, for the movement of the watch, the movement is a perpetual mechanical self-winding movement. It's a caliber 3136 manufactured by Rolex with a precision of -2 + 2 seconds a day after casing. The functions of the movement is just a simple center, hour, minute, seconds hand with instant, It's just a center, hour, minute, and seconds hand with stop seconds for precise time setting. I actually made a mistake. The movement of the watch is 3131. I hadn't gotten the movements mixed up. So the Milgauss is a 3131 movement. Okay. This oscillator is a paramagnetic blue parachrome hairspring with bidirectional self-winding via perpetual rotor and a power reserve of 48 hours. Okay. And that's going to be compared to the Datejust, which has, again, very simple oyster case, but no writing engraved on the back of it. The movement for the Datejust is a perpetual mechanical self-winding caliber 3136 movement. Still precise at -2 + 2 seconds a day after -2 + 2 seconds a day, loss or gain. It has a center, hour, minute, seconds hand functions with instant changing of the date. So specifically between the 3131 and the 3136, the 3136 just has that ability to change the date for the Datejust. Okay. Other than that, it still has the paramagnetic blue parachrome hairspring, but additionally it has a high performance shock absorbers, meaning that if you're it will defend against any shocks, you know, if you were to bump the watch into something. Okay. So power reserve, exactly the same as well, 48 hours, so 2 days. Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and show you these watches on my wrist now. So this is Milgauss first. So this is the Milgauss. Very nice. Once again, I want to mention that orange thunderbolt hand with that green sapphire crystal. That's only unique to this watch. Okay, and let me go ahead and show you the Datejust now. Okay. And here is the Datejust. Okay, so Datejust is a very simple watch. Not too much going for it, just besides its simplicity and having a date window. So there's both those watches side by side. So if you're interested in this watch or any other watch for the lowest possible price, check out our website at JazTime.com. We have the lowest prices guaranteed. We offer free shipping and 1-year warranty. And if you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe below. We've got lots more to show you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon.